Hey guys, happy Christmas Eve 2017, December 24th. But actually, I'm taking my truck up to the Big Bear, the mountains, and so I'm trying to get all the little things fixed that are a little sketchy. And what's funny is I didn't even know I actually had this. My friend that actually drove my truck actually told me that I had a bunch of play in my steering wheel, and I was like, what? I guess because I'm always driving my Bronco over there, that it has a little like I've had a lot of old cars that play in their steering wheels, so I'm just used to it. I don't even feel it, or, I don't even detect it. So, I have actually heard a popping sound on the left-hand side. It feels like when I make a right-hand turn, I can hear it on the left-hand side. So I didn't know if that was, what's it called? Like not tie rod, but it's what's also called the ball joint. You know, where it connects to the axle housing. I don't know. I can't remember what it's called, but yeah, I think it's called the tie rod. No, not the tie rod, but the ball joint. So I thought it was that. So I didn't think it was. I guess I wasn't even looking at anything steering related. But then once he said that, you got a crazy amount of play in your steering wheel. I went down and I started looking at my components down there. I don't know if you can see that. I think it's all blown up right there. The drag link is joints all jacked up, so I don't know if that's what was making a noise or not, but I definitely think it's contributing to the play in the steering wheel. And I think it's bad on that side too, in there. So we got a steering system from Moog over here, and got that on Amazon. Obviously, I'll put links below where I got it. And I actually was originally looking on O'Reilly, and this was $100 cheaper for the same exact stuff. So, all right. So yeah, I'm gonna get this going. I gotta pop it off, the old one off, and get this one on. But yeah, I actually bought the whole thing. I bought every single part. That way, I can actually match them up. So I'm gonna take the old one off, then I'm gonna match them up so I get the right length. All right. All right, here's a better view of this thing. So I got to take these little cotter pins off. Like I said, I don't know if this is the cause of the play or even the sound. Like I said, enough was a ball joint in there somewhere. This part right here that was making the sound, but I can't really do that kind of troubleshooting until I get this thing fixed, because that's very obvious. So I got to fix the obvious problems first, and then if that doesn't fix it, then can start going back and further, because in a steering play, there can only be so many things that cause it. I mean, it's always like either the ball joint or the tie rod ends, or it's in the actual steering gear, or like the universal joints inside the steering shaft. But okay, that's to be concerned about. Okay, so take this thing off. I mean, look how thick and heavy duty the track bar is. This is the most insanely thick, overly built truck I've ever had. You know, it's so heavy though. Definitely not a good really off-roading truck though. It's just way too heavy. All right. Okay, get that off. So it should be just. I do have a tool for removing this. I'll show you that here. And it should be both sides. All right. I don't know if you guys can hear that. I'm sorry, I'm trying to not shake my camera. I'm doing this tonight. Definitely some metal contact in there. And this is also spinning around. So I don't know how the hell I'm going to get this off. See, this is just spinning around. Well, it spins by itself without. Alright, pretty bad. Hey guys, if you're doing this kind of work, you should probably get a one of these ball joint separators, and possibly pickle fork separator. These usually help. Since I'm not actually trying to fix it, I can kind of blow it apart if I want to. So it's not. Normally I probably wouldn't use this if I was trying to reuse it, but because like I said, it's brand new, it doesn't matter. So, all right, guys, cool. Okay, guys, got this one off right here. What's sketchy is this one was just actually hand tightened on there. Like I was able to just unthread it off there. So the only thing really keeping it on there was a cotter pin. Like it wasn't tight at all. You know, it was this whole part was like loose. And then on that side, I just used the pickle fork separator. Get it separated. I was hoping I could get this done without having to take the tire off. So, because I'm not reusing that side, I just destroyed the boot, but it was jacked up anyway, so not a big deal. So, there it goes. Hopefully I should be able to pull it off now. Yeah, it's too heavy. I can't do this on camera at the same time. It's just crazy. So, alright. Okay, guys. So there they are. That's the old one. That's the new Moog one. So I got the whole thing, the hardware kit and everything. Both ends. And I guess I could have gone cheap and not got everything. Like that center part right there, this thing. But it's like $16 for that part. But I wanted to use that one as a template so I knew the exact length of what to do, because I mean, you try to make it as close as you possibly can, but I'm hoping I don't have to take the steering wheel off and reline that. So there's two different ways you can do that. You can either adjust it there, or you could take the steering wheel off. So but yeah, I'm going to use that as a template to get the correct length here, because right now my steering wheel is perfect. So alright, so get that going. Show you when I'm done. Okay guys, we have that side on right there. So now you twist this, use the twister, and I can adjust the length of this thing to match this, at least very close to it. And then if it's not aligned correctly, I can come back here and I can mess with this. This will actually, if you twist it, it will either lengthen or shorten it. Because one is this side is like reverse threaded, and this side is actually threaded correctly. So that way it either opens or closes depending on how you twist this thing right here. So, gotta get that thing up there. Cool. Alright guys, so now I have the things all tightened down. Now I just gotta do the adjusters. So if the steering wheel is not right, I mean it looks like it's right now, but you're not gonna know until I drive it. Just gonna tighten these up. And then if it's not right, I can either come out here and adjust this to either lengthen it or shorten it, or I can go back and just take my steering wheel off and move my steering wheel around. But the idea is you kind of want to keep your steering gear straight. So I don't know if you can see that, but see that steering gear, this part here? The goal is to keep that as straight as possible, because you know that if it's set up correctly, that this should be right in there somewhere straight. So okay, so I'm going to come back out and we'll check the plane of the steering wheel, get this tightened down. And that's it. Okay, guys. Yeah, I mean, there is play in the steering wheel a little bit, but I mean, this truck has 180,000 miles on it, so it could be in the power steering gear, but I mean, this thing is insanely way more tighter than it was. Like before, I felt like a huge like click, 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 and it was all loose in there. And now it's tight. So yeah, the slop that's in there is probably in the power steering gear and the universal joints, the rag joints maybe. If I can't, I can't see the steering shaft, so I don't know what's on there. But I mean, this could be inside the steering gear in the worm drive, or a lot of different things. So, but that's awesome. So yeah, hopefully that. I mean, I think that's where my clicking noise was coming from, the popping. So like when I'd make a right-hand turn, I'd hear like this pop. So I think that's what I was hearing. I was hearing like the drag link. So cool. So I think all parts total a little bit over $100. So I think to get all this stuff over at O'Reilly was like over $200. So it was definitely less than, it was more than $100 cheaper on Amazon. So alright guys, cool. So yeah, I'll put the links for the parts if you need to do this.